Well, a beautiful, big, bright welcome back to my garden in Queensland, Australia. We are in June. The shortest day has passed a couple of days ago, so we should be heading to longer and warmer days in the garden. However, for me, I am still at a stage where I'm pruning my roses, where I'm cutting them right back for their winter growth, ready for them to come forward in the spring. So by August, they will be covered in new buds. There are, however, a couple of rose bushes that are still in flower, as you can see right in front of me here. This is without a doubt, I would say, the most popular, well-known white rose on the planet. This is called Iceberg. These iceberg roses were bought in pots. They weren't grown from bare rooted. They were bought in pots. They haven't been in the ground quite 1 year. They're about 60 centimetres tall. They will eventually grow to be well over a metre in height. But already, as you can see, they've established themselves here and they're still full of blooms right into June. This iceberg rose is available as a standard as well. However, as you can see, mine is planted deep down here in the ground. It will grow about 1.5 metres. In my climate, it's about 1.6 at the moment, but things generally do grow bigger and taller in my climate. As you can see, it's right out in the open. So when the sun is shining, it's not shining today, but when it is, it gets plenty of sunshine. Bred in 1960, this, as I said, has become a favoured and well-known rose the world over. And you can tell when you look at these most beautiful white blooms. It's actually in a list of the top 10 purest white bloom roses in the world, and you can understand why. So to fill a corner, no fragrance on it unfortunately, but the fact that it's always covered in blooms makes up for it for me. And I have grown red roses around it, so they do stand out when the red roses are in flower as well. Iceberg, easy to grow. This would be without a doubt the easiest rose. Everyone that I know that has an iceberg, it flowers. They don't do anything with it. It just flowers. So if you're new to rose growing, you want to try something, an iceberg is the one for you. So go out, get yourself one, put it in the ground. This one's been in the ground now, I'm going to say 2.5 years. So it's really starting to look good. Roses usually take a couple of years in the ground before they start to look good. So their third season and going forward are their best seasons. So I'm in for the best season yet. But even in saying that, as you can see, this bush is covered in blooms. It is a favourite. Have a fabulous day in your rose garden. If you haven't got a rose garden, why don't you start one? And you can look at beautiful flowers like this every day like I do. Have a wonderful afternoon.